Hi guys, welcome back. I am in such a good mood. I was about to go to bed and I've been working on another video and I didn't have a video for today. And I was like, okay, it's going to be a skip day because I was working on something a little bit bigger that's going to take me more than one day. And then I remembered that I forgot to read my email. So I went into my emails. I had 18 questions in my email, and some of them I was able to answer uh, with a quick answer, a fast eval of a picture. Um, but some of them are going to take a little bit more. So I'm so glad to be able to do this video. And I must have triggered something because I talked the other day about making a hole in the paper. I did that in one of my pictures not too long ago, the Renaissance. I stuck my pencil right through her lip. So it happens to everybody that colors. Every artist at least once puts their pencil through their picture. So you are in good company, but what could you do about it? So I had 3 people telling me about holes in their paper out of those 18 questions that I have. I'm going to be responding to a few people today. The first person is Nikki Orbison. What a sweetie. She wrote to me about just watching my videos, and I wanted to tell a quick story about that. I don't think anybody that writes to me just to say hello is any sort of a stalker. The first time I ever got a quote quote fan mail, it was a while ago, a long time ago, when my channel first started to take off. And I got this really beautiful email from this woman about how much she appreciated my art. And she told me, oh, she's like a super fan. And I had never heard that before. I was like, a super fan? What the heck is a super fan? And it's just an expression when somebody says they really, really like you, but I didn't know. So I printed it out and I taped a copy of that email on every door in my house so that my entire family can see somebody out there in the world appreciated me. I stuck it on the mirror. I put it on my husband's side of the mirror in the bathroom. I put it on all my kids' doors. I sent individual copies of it to my siblings. I was like, I have a super fan. With that, they all told me they're still not going to subscribe to me. It's my family. I don't have a single person in my family except for my father who subscribed to me. And my husband has never watched a video. Would you believe? I had one of the guys that live here. I have a lot of people. I have like 7 people that live in my house, and some of them are my daughter's boyfriends. And I think I videotaped it when he asked me. Actually, he lives here. He sees me with my camera all the time, and he actually asked me if I watched YouTube. That's how much of a normal person I am. So if you have the inkling of just writing to me because you want to say hello, please do. I enjoy it. I like to get to know people. Listen, I keep writing back to Tammy and Melody. I look for their emails, and they were just people that just wrote to me out of nowhere. So yeah, if you want to write to me, I have Cream in the Coffee, my Mr. Coffee that writes to me every once in a while. I have a lot of people, so if you have that inkling and you want to write to me, please do. I love it. It's like fun. That's what makes this so much fun. Okay, so the next person that I want to respond to, let me get the email out. Okay, Wendy Zerby, I will get to your fire picture, I promise, and she wants to know how to do a bigger flame. So that I will get to in a different video. I'm going to do a couple of short videos this week. Well, in addition to my other videos, just to answer some of these quickie questions with a short demo. Okay, this video is specifically for Ann Weisbeck. She's been following my videos, and she's not on a beginning level. She is absolutely intermediate level. She's been coloring for a while, and I actually see my coloring techniques in her picture, which really made me excited. She did this beautiful picture. I didn't get permission yet to show, and I don't show anything without permission yet, and that's only because I haven't, like, I'm responding to her for the first time really in this video. She did some clouds, and she did a fabulous job of them, and then put a tiny hole in her paper, which is like, I feel your pain. So let's talk about holes in the paper and some of the things that you can do if you do put a hole in your paper, because I used to think to myself, you really can't fix it. If I was selling a picture and I put a hole in it, I wouldn't sell that picture. There's just something about, I would always know it was there. I would redo the picture. But in a coloring book, where it really doesn't matter, you're enjoying yourself. You're not there to do, professional grade, I'm going to sell it art. You're there to relax, but you love your pictures. I don't blame you. And you're going along and you've put a hole in your picture. It's not time to throw your picture away. I'm going to show you how I have fixed pictures in the past that have had holes right now. So I'm going to give you two scenarios here. Now, on this one, I went really deep with the pencil. Okay? Really deep. To the point where if I went just a little bit further, I would have put a hole in the picture. So when I checked it, this is where it is, the blue. And you can see that paper is just about run right through. Now you might notice that it's very shiny going around here. And that's because I reinforced the paper in that spot with a little bit of quick dry nail polish. And I always keep this on hand. I put 1 or 2 coats on the paper when it's like that. And that just holds the paper up. When it dries completely clear. You won't see it, and it doesn't really go through the paper. Now, this is very inexpensive paper. This is a Selena French book. I know it's really close up. This is a Selena French book, Goddesses. I like this book. I do not like the paper. When I do Selena French, I always put it on something different. Sorry, Selena. It's just the truth. When you look through this side, you cannot tell that I put nail polish on that picture. Now, it's highly burnished because I brought it to that, so it's shiny. It gets shiny when it's burnished. But when the back dries completely, you're not going to even see it. So that's fixing this problem. Now, over here, I've put a hole completely through the paper. It's right there. If you could see it, zoom in on it. And we've got the hole right there. When I turn it over, you can even see over here it went completely through the paper. Over here. And we have that hole right there. When I get a hole like this, and you really like that paper, you stop what you're doing. You gently brush the paper back from this side, not on the other side. You're going to brush it back from this side until the corners and the edges meet as much as you can get them to meet. You don't want to rip that little piece off. You want that piece to stay on if you can. And then what you can do is you take a little piece of computer paper and you can create a small little patch on there. And then what I would do is I would get out my nail polish. Of course, I moved it now. Okay. Get all the edges brushed down. If you have a drop of super glue, it'll do the same thing. You're just creating a little patch. And as that dries, it'll dry over that hole. Okay? And that's another way you could fix it. Another way of doing it is you can make up some salve to put on. And what I would do is, here you have a piece of computer paper. Here you have a piece of the computer paper. Let me zoom it out a little bit. Okay, piece of computer paper. You have a razor blade. Scrape it down. Until you start getting, it starts to get like fluffy. I wouldn't do it over a book, but I would do it on like a countertop or something. And you keep going until you get these fibers. See, right there? So you get enough of it. Okay. Then what I would do is take a little cup. Okay, so here I have a little cup. I'm going to scrape up some of these fibers. Now I would get a little bit more than that. Dump them in a cup. By the way, these little painting tins are dirt cheap on Amazon. Just to let you know, they're like pennies on Amazon. And drop in a little bit of clear nail polish. And for this, I usually use like a detail brush. Get out a little paintbrush. Mix it completely up. Scoop it up so that you see it on there. It's on there. And then, let me just take that off. You brush it on. Those fibers. So I would use way more than that. I would work on it. And then let that dry. Okay? When you turn it over, you can't see that hole. And that, of course, will dry perfectly clear. So you see? You don't see the hole at all. So, those are just a couple of ways that I would fix a hole. The last thing I could tell you is you can try a little bit of Scotch tape if you don't have the nail polish. But I like to use the nail polish because it makes it a little bit smoother on the back. But, you know, you can try it with the tape. You can put the fibers on the tape and then put the tape down over it. Whatever works. Depending on also how big the hole is. So you can put the patch on and the Scotch tape over the patch. That works. So, okay, that is my advice to you for today, and I will see you guys in my next video. Take care.